Imagine boldly, then go out and live it. Welcome to Tiny Daily Kick.
When things slowly pile up, I sometimes get overwhelmed and I begin to think that everything is wrong, which it's not, of course. And I think that I have to fix my entire life at once. And when I think that way, I end up doing nothing at all. I don't know if you can relate to this. Well, this show is for anyone who has felt that way before. Maybe you want to grow, maybe you want to change your life, and maybe you're like me. You have all these big dreams and plans and think big, but quietly they begin to overwhelm you. And when we try to overhaul everything in our life at once, that's health, business, mindset, relationships, finances, it creates this enormous pressure. And oftentimes, this pressure then turns into procrastination and then guilt because we don't do anything about it. Then that heavy feeling of, I should be further along than this. But when we begin to shrink that focus, something changes. Our nervous system begins to settle down. And when that settles down, the next step starts to become visible and self-trust starts to rebuild. A few weeks ago, I had one of those days. So my studio was half set up. Scripts were not landing. I was starting to do face to camera. It wasn't flowing. And a million tabs opened in my computer screen at once. And the pressure started to get loud. You need to fix your workflow. You need better lighting. You need to redesign everything. You need to be ahead more. You need to cook for mum and dad. You need to exercise. What are you doing there? You need to eat better. And it felt like my whole creative life and even life in general needed a repair. But if I'm honest, the real truth underneath, I was tired. I was overwhelmed. And I didn't want to admit that trying to fix the entire system was actually just a clever way of avoiding the next small action that I could take. And the point came when I caught myself beginning to spiral down. And instead of redesigning my whole setup, I set a timer for 20 minutes and just said, okay, just write one opening paragraph now. Not the whole episode, not worry about the whole channel, not the whole strategy, not life in general, just one opening paragraph. 20 minutes later, momentum started to build. Yay! I had some movement, and that movement began to change the entire energy for the day. So what was piled on top of that moment? Well, it was old beliefs about productivity. That idea, if I'm not doing something big or grand, that it doesn't count. And also the pressure to perform at a certain level all the time. We just can't do that. The progress that we take in life, it's built in small, tiny steps, one step at a time. So it's choosing the next 20 minutes with intention. It's saying, I don't need to fix my entire future. I just need to handle what's in front of me now. Maybe you can relate if you've been falling behind, if you've been thinking, my whole life's a mess, I need to sort it out. Let me ask you this. What are you trying to overhaul at once? What's one area in your life where the weight feels too big? And what would the next 20 minutes look like if that was your only responsibility for the day? Just one thing for the day. So here's your tiny daily kick. Choose one thing that's been hanging over your head. Set a 20-minute timer and do only that. You don't have to multitask, no redesigning, no future planning. Just 20 minutes of focused, honest effort. And when the timer ends, you stop and let that be enough for today. You don't need to fix your whole life today. You just need to honor the next 20 minutes. Until next time, I'm Jason Stephenson. Imagine boldly, then go out and live it.
Imagine boldly, then go out and live it. Welcome to Tiny Daily.